Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem, Rakak Radash. This is y&ymission. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission teaches the 100% like doctrine as GMS. I just want to bring out some videos and some scriptures on this thing with these drone attacks on Russian airfields. Okay, their strategic bombers were struck and destroyed by Ukrainian drones allegedly. But we know that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, that this is Yahweh instigating and drawing the bear out, so to speak. Okay, Zelensky boasts of absolutely brilliant longest range strikes while Kremlin confirms terrorist attack. Okay, so we know that Ukrainian got their information in order to do this strike, and the approval and the lead way and all the resources and things that they needed to perform this strike from the U.S., the West in particular, and overall, but the U.S. was involved with this too. And remember that Trump has been having some words for Putin lately via Twitter and social media. Okay, so this has the West's hallmark calling card on it. Of course, they're going to do plausible deniability. Okay, they're going to act like they don't know nothing about it. Okay, but Ukraine is pretty much through. This is going to help draw out the bear, especially with their strategic bombers. Okay, destroyed. These planes are quite old, but they're very utilized and heavily respected. Okay, in the Russian Air Force. Okay, so I'm gonna bring out some videos and then we're gonna just bring out some scriptures. So this is a big deal. This is a big thing, and this can make things a lot worse. Okay, going into the month of June and beyond. Okay. All right, so you can see some damage. Okay, a bunch of blah blah blah. Okay, airfields reported hit on Sunday. So this is like just breaking news. Okay, deep within Russia. Okay, we know that the U.S. helped with this madness. Okay, so Ukraine is pulling up right on these bombers. Okay, no people, no cover, nothing, no protection. These aircraft they're sitting out on the tarmac, out in the open, ready to get destroyed. Okay, and that's what's happening. Okay, 34% of Russia's strategic aviation cruise missile carriers worth about $7 billion was hit by today's spider web attack. Security Service of Ukraine. Yeah, okay. So straight madness is going on. Okay, so when they start striking the West, it's going to just be up. It's going to be up. All right, so.
Так файно виглядає зараз аеродром Білая. Стратегічна ворожа авіація.
All right, shit is just looking crazy out here. Okay. Meanwhile, Trump administration sources told CBS that the White House wasn't aware of that today's large-scale drone attack by Ukraine on military aircraft was coming. Look, someone's lying, and we know Esau. Okay, they're liars. Okay, that's all they do. Ukrainian official, we notified the Trump administration in advance of the attack on Russian airports. Okay, so now it's a back and forth. We did tell them, we didn't tell them, we didn't know, they did know. Okay, so like I said, this is just, straight madness going on, okay? Odds of nuclear weapon detonation in 2025 on Poly Market rise from 13% to as high as 19% in last 4 hours. Okay, this is breaking news. Okay, so this is not good. Okay, Esau's calling this Russian Pearl Harbor. Okay, for these strategic bombers. Okay, Tu-95 and Tu-22 M3 aircraft were damaged in a Ukrainian drone swarm attack on multiple air bases. Yeah, so that's multiple. Just imagine multiple Air Force bases being attacked or struck. Okay, in the U.S. How much panic that would cause. Okay. Drones were launched from trucks near 4 airfields deep inside Russia, so they had help, okay? More than 40 planes destroyed. God damn. Russia's strategic bomber fleet burns. All right, you see? So this is going up the ante. Okay, footage of a Ukrainian FPV strike drone rising from a cargo truck and heading towards Russia's Belia airbase. The drone launch and airbase hit were over 250 miles, 2,500 miles from Ukraine.
Вот он, коптер опять взлетел. Откуда взлетает, ничего не понятно, блядь. Вот он, клоун, блядь. Оба ни с того ни с сего, сука. Оба! Вот дела, блядь. Ёб твою мать, до чего техника дошла. А нахуя мы работаем за рулем-то, блядь? Лучше он коптером управляй, нахуй, грузовая и все. О, блядь. А, это менты сшибают его, прикинь. Это какой-то раз. С автомата очередь, нахуй. О, нихуя себе дела, блядь. Оказывается, пидорас, оказывается. Во, блядь. Менты промазали, нахуй. Ёбаный, он опять туда полетел, сука, в эту гущу, нахуй. Вот еще один, сука, пидорас. Вот он, еще один пидорас.
So these dudes hiding drones in a truck in order to get to the heart of Russia. They're trucking drones in, and then once they truck the drones into the location, okay, they release the drones, okay, and then they go attack their targets. Okay, afterwards, Ukrainian launch trucks self-destructed. Okay, so you definitely know they got some technology. Okay, and they're getting it from the West. The West is big on technology. Self-destructing bullshit. We seen this same thing when they attacked that Iranian general a couple of years ago, and Trump's administration, his first term, I believe. Okay, UK and US had that self-detonating car, that was remotely controlled and whatnot, and some self-destructed. You guys remember that? So we know that the West is behind this, and they know it too. Everybody knows. We're just now going to see how Russia is going to react. What are they going to do? Because that's their prize bomber fleet. They said video shows Russian men climb onto a truck launching Ukrainian drones in an attempt to stop them from taking off. So the people, the civilians, are seeing this. All right, so when you get these everyday civilians and citizens involved in this shit that the military and the countries are doing to each other, then it becomes more personal, okay? And that's going to help rile up the spirit of the Russians even more against the West when they got to get involved and help their government try to stop attacks. You see what I'm saying? That's just going to get them riled up even more. All right, but we also know through the spirit of power, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, that is Yahweh doing that. Okay. So this devil got drones attacking the actual airplanes, and then he got drones observing or supervising what's going on and relaying this information back to where they're gathering this, this data, or their safe location. You see how thought out this was? Okay. All right. So this man has drones. All right.
Оце так файно виглядає зараз аеродром Біла.
We've seen that one. Let's see. Yeah, we've seen this one. This moment it blows up and the wing falls off. Shit flying everywhere. Okay, so the West is bringing the drama to Russia's front door, so to speak. All right, so it's basically over with. All right, so I'm bringing out some scriptures. Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right. Okay, the past wars. All right. Revelations 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So, right. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Right. That's how the first wars and old wars were fought. Okay. 1 and 2 and previous wars. Okay. But Most High is saying what? But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And that's what we saw, right? We saw burning. You see stuff burning. Okay, burning from a distance, burning close up, burning a fuel of fire, right? You got these planes that got fuel in them, okay? You got these buildings and different infrastructure in these countries with underground piping, gas, and in liquid and vapor form, okay? So, and of course, once these ballistic missiles hit these targets, okay, whether they're drones or missiles and whatnot, ballistic missiles, okay, but this shall be with burning and fuel fire, okay. These missiles have fuel on them, and they have payloads, destructive payloads, and that are going to burn, okay. And ultimately, it's talking about what? The nuclear missiles, okay. All right, Revelations 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, right. Things are building up quickly, okay? Things are happening, all right? Ezekiel 38:4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, and horses, and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right, so the Lord is going to pull them in, okay? He's reeling them in, okay, to fight, all right? And this is going to help escalate it and lead to the third woe, right? And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, okay? So they don't want to fight, but the Lord is going to make them fight, all right? These heathens, okay? These nations that are over the Israelites right now, all right? So they're calling this Russia's Pearl Harbor. So you remember what happened, the first Pearl Harbor, America's Pearl Harbor, right? how the Japanese attacked their airplanes and whatnot, in an ambush attack, okay, at the harbor, okay, in Hawaii. All right. So after that, what did the U.S. do? They had it out for Ammon. All right, he wanted to nuke them. Okay, so he released what? The hydrogen bomb. Okay, so these nations have stuff more powerful than that now. Okay, so who knows if they're calling it through the spirit, the Russian Pearl Harbor? The next thing to do is start nuking shit. All right. So the Lord is bringing them forth, okay? They're going to come forth with all their armies, okay? All clothed, all their horsemen, chariots, okay? Great company, okay? Shields, okay? Weapons, guns, everything you can have. They're going to come with everything, all right? Joel 3:11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, right? So they need to gather themselves. They're assembling themselves, okay? Tether calls the mighty ones to come down, okay? Oh, Yahweh, okay? So the Lord is getting them together, okay? They're going to come up with a game plan, okay? Israel wants to attack Iran. This is going to make Russia want to attack the West, okay? So you got all these things going on, okay? And the U.S. is in each theater, okay? You got the U.S. over there in Asia too, all right? So things are about to start happening. He's going to gather what? The heathen together, assemble, okay? So he can judge them. Psalms 110:6. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries, right? All right? These countries and whatnot are going to be destroyed, okay? Isn't this a wound, okay, over Putin's head? This is making him look bad, okay? All right? This is causing wound to him, okay? So all these leaders, these heads of states, heads of country, all have some type of wound from the last 5 years, okay? All of them will try to become dictators now. They're locking in, okay, their votes or making long-term political laws and different things to lock in so they can stay in power, okay? You got Xi out here looking crazy, okay? You got Putin out here looking crazy. You got Kim Jong-un out here looking crazy. Something happened with his boats or his ships, okay? Now you got this thing with Russia, okay? You got Zelensky out here being a comedian and looking crazy, okay? You got like I said, Trump, okay? You got UK, the Queen is dead, but you got the Prince out here looking crazy, and I think he's about to die or something too. So and you got these the African nations too out here. Their heads of state are looking crazy, or being put to death, or ran out of town, and different things, or being criticized. Okay, so he shall judge among the heathen. That's what Yahweh's doing right now. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. Okay, now I think some people got killed in this attack. I'm not sure if they didn't get anybody. Weren't any fatalities. People got wounded. Okay. He shall wound the heads over many countries, right? You got that thing with Pakistan and India. They looking stupid, okay? Modi, and I don't know who the leader is. I'm not too sure who the leader is of Pakistan right now. But like a lot of these heads of states are looking crazy out here, okay? These A, B, D, and C listers and D listers are heads of state, okay? He shall wound many heads over many countries, okay? And that's what's happening right now, all right? You got Trudeau out there looking crazy, all right? He got everything burning in Canada, okay? And then you got his smaller princes under him talking trash about they're not gonna they're gonna stop the electric exporting electric and different goods to America. So it's a mess everywhere, all right? This is because the Most High is gathering the heathen so they can fight each other and destroy each other, all right? This is all the work of the Lord. Psalms 119, 126. It is time for thee, Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. Okay, so Yahweh is working out here in these streets, in these countries. Okay, he's getting down, he's getting busy, he's doing judgments left and right, right and left, up and down, you name it. Okay, down and up. Yahweh is not playing. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this out. This is huge news. So like me, like the rest of the world, I'm waiting to see what Russia is gonna do. When will the straw break the camel's back? When will their final straw be? Because since their back is up against the wall, it's been up against the wall so long. They've been taking so much shit from the West for so long. Once they start throwing haymakers, and those are those ballistic missiles and nuclear missiles, plus their hypersonic missiles, they're going to come out swinging, and it's going to be bad, okay, for the West, okay? And it's going to ultimately be bad for Babylon the Great, which is America, which has been in everybody's business and instigating this thing from years ago, okay? All right, decades right now, getting to this point, all right? So I just wanted to bring that out. I'm excited about all this. This is good because now we're going to see what's going to happen, okay? Plus, we got the tariffs going crazy, and then we got the MOTB about to be, put out there, okay? People are having dreams about it, okay? You got everything, culminating, coming together, okay? Compounding on top of each other, all right? So it's just going to get worse from here on out, all right? So I just wanted to bring that out. So I like to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Shalom.